Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Aisha from 5Ps. Today I'm going to talk about Prophet Shamil and Prophet Dawud. A long time ago, after Prophet Musa died, the Banu Israel turned away from his teachings. Because of that, they were empowered and murdered by tyrants. So Allah sent another prophet to guide them. His name was Shamil. Prophet Shamil taught the Banu Israel again about Allah. One day they asked him for a leader. Meanwhile, in another tribe, a young man named Talut had lost his sheep. His companion told him to ask the Prophet for advice to find his sheep, and he did. Prophet Shamil pointed out that Talut was going to be the leader of the Banu Israel, otherwise the king of Banu Israel. Some disagreed because he's not from our tribe, so why should we respect him? But Talut was a clever, strong, and loyal man. By the time it was time to battle, Talut had made an army. Before they reached the battleground, they had to cross a stream. The men were very thirsty, so Talut let them drink, but only a handful of water. But some of them drank uncontrollably. And because of that, most of them got sent home. When they reached the battleground, they saw how humongous the opponent's team was. It was led by a very strong giant named Jalut. Some ran away, but also some stayed because they know Allah is going to lead them in victory. When Jalut offered to fight anyone from Talut's armies, nobody stepped down until there was a young boy that came out and said he wanted to fight. His name was Dawud. Jalut laughed at Prophet Dawud because he was such a young man and he was very thin. Talut asked if he really wanted to. Prophet Dawud nodded. Prophet Dawud took a slingshot and a pebble and threw the pebble at Jalut's head. Jalut fell dead. His army saw their leader dead and ran away. Because of that, Dawud was made king of the Banu Israel. One day, while he was praying, two young men appeared. Prophet Dawud was really frightened because how on earth did they climb the big and steep wall? "Don't be afraid," said one of the men. "We just came here to ask about your opinion of our argument. My brother has 99 sheep and I only have one. My brother asked me to give it to him. I agreed, but when I asked him to give it back, he didn't want to. Your brother has wronged you," said Dawud. Just then, the two boys disappeared. They were angels. Dawud quickly recognized that it was a test from Allah. And he quickly prayed because he knew he didn't answer the right thing. So the moral of the story is that you should never judge a person by his looks, but his personality. Allah can give victory to whoever he wants. A strong, trustworthy army can beat a huge army but full of untrusting soldiers. and also to make the best decision, always listen to the both sides of the argument. And that is all from me. Assalamualaikum. I want to do it again.